What's going on with y'all boys, man? What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I know I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Shit, it's just, I feel like, today was just one of them days. You know, today was just one of them days, and it's like, shit, you know how that shit be, man. You just be trying to get shit out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, I kind of want to recap on the King Von documentary, because it's like everybody's mad. Like I said, everybody's mad at Trap Lord Ross for uploading, not even that. Everybody's mad at Trap Lord Ross for calling King Von a serial killer, and you feel me? You got a lot of people that really spoke. Sorry. Got a lot of people that really spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? That put their 2 cents in, they spoke about it. You feel me? And yeah, like I said, most people was mad, and they was saying like, that documentary is not true. It's not true. It's shit false. You know what I'm saying? And they basically trying to say that, Vaughn wasn't no killer like that. You know what I'm saying? Or not even just no killer like that. They saying like, King Von didn't kill that many people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people in Chicago spoke about it. They spoke out on it. And it was like, why are we having this? Why is this nigga not even from America? Why is this dude, he ain't even from Chicago? You know what I'm saying? He not from Chicago at all, not from Illinois. Why is he talking about somebody else who ain't from here? And they feel like it was a publicity thing, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody was mad, like, you got this, to them it's like this little white boy from the UK. This is how a lot of people see it. You know what I'm saying? White boy from the UK, speaking on some shit that he ain't never been around, never been a part of, don't even know nothing about. Like I said, he's not from Chicago. So everybody was, more upset about the fact that he wasn't from Chicago, calling King Von a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? And, it's a lot of people just like really getting upset. And shit. And it kind of just goes back, to why the video got taken down in the first place, And I remember, I was actually watching a video Trap Lord Ross uploaded. You know what I'm saying? I actually remember watching a video where he was talking to a couple guys that was from Chicago. And I feel like, no, and that personally, I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if they knew Vaughn. But all I know is they was at his defense, basically saying like, your content causes destruction. Your content motivates people to do wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Trap Lord Ross was kind of confused, like, how am I the one causing all this when, to me, I'm just reporting this shit. I'm just telling you what I digged up and what I saw. What I digged up, what I found, what I researched. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, what Trap Lord Ross was kind of really telling them. And, shit. Their argument was like, okay. Their argument was like, shit. Their argument was like, your content gonna motivate somebody to really do this shit. Because if they see this shit and they understand that, he got away with this, he got away with that, I can do that and be known for that. I can be known for this. You know what I'm saying? The argument was saying like, he's basically like, he was basically making it seem like it was cool to be known as a serial killer and turn your life around. You know what I'm saying? That's basically like, you know, what the people were saying about the King Von documentary about him being called a serial killer. Hey! Stop. Hey! My bad. My fault. But, nah. Basically, you know, I could be known for this, I could be known for that. And still, you know, still live like this lavish life, like it's all good. You know, making it seem like you're giving a second chance. And that's basically, you know, hey, stop all that goddamn barking or I'm gonna take your ass in the house. Yeah, that's basically like what it is. That's what he's saying. And then Trap Lord Ross is like, you know, how am I making it cool to be known as a serial killer when, you know, this is the type of environment people come from. Just look at the conditions people have been in. That's kind of like, you know what Trap Lord Ross is saying. Look at these conditions that they're in. You know, these people already do this shit by themselves, within themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, how am I the one that's influencing people to go out here and do these acts and these crimes when it's already there? You know what I'm saying? Look at what people already do. You wake up one day and you see this shit and you gonna be, and this is all you know, eventually that's what you gonna do. That's what you're gonna get into, that's what's gonna happen. You know, so Trap Lord Ross is like, you know, why y'all blaming me for calling me, why y'all blaming me and getting mad at me for calling Von a serial killer when I didn't see this and I didn't do research, and this is the type of things that happen. Don't get upset with me because this is what I found. This is what I researched and I found, and I did my homework, and this is what I found. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting what I researched. I'm just reporting and telling you the things that I saw as when I was doing my research on these people. So this type of shit already happens all around the world. So, you know, what is it, how am I the bad guy in the situation? You know, these are some of the things people done did, you know, without me even just being around it. Cause it's like, you know, hold on. Hey, come on. No, take it now. You barking too damn much. Come on. Because, you know, it's like, how am I gonna do all these things? And that's what's happening. This is what's already been going on. You know what I'm saying? This is what Trap Lord Ross is saying. Like, everything has been going on already before I even thought about making this documentary or all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, their argument was, you know, you're making it cool to be like this. You're making it cool to be that. You're making it cool to be this. And to want to kill people. And to do all this. And Trap Lord Ross is like, you know, you can't do that because there are so many other things that influence somebody to go kill somebody. For example, like the music we listen to, you know, just our environment, just the friends we hang around. You wake up and you witness your friend's death, your closest friend, somebody who you love, you witness somebody get killed. Of course that's gonna change you. Of course that's gonna make you be a certain way. Of course that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, change your mental and all the other shit. You feel me? So, you know, there's no reason to even call me a serial killer when it comes down to the point that, you know, there's already people doing this before me. So why am I getting dragged through the mud for doing my research, doing my homework, coming to the conclusion that, you know, this is what it was. Killing 10 bodies, that's crazy. You know? And now, you know, it gets more further into a point where, you know, Trap Lord Ross, you know, added academics to the chat, right? And you know, basically, academics was saying the same thing Trap Lord Ross was saying. Like, you know, you can't get mad at this man because this is what he did. This is what he dug up. This is what he saw. This is his research. You can't sit here and say that this man is a culture vulture, or he's influencing to cause destruction and all these other things, because people was already doing that way before he even got started doing this shit. So it's like, to sit here and to blame Trap Lord Ross and get mad at Trap Lord Ross for calling King Von a serial killer, and you know, everybody knows this is the type of shit he rapped about. This is the type of shit he rapped about. This is the type of shit he was glorifying, putting out there. You know what I'm saying? And now that was a part of his background. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even go at Trap Lord Ross for calling King Von a serial killer, because his music even describes him as a serial killer damn near. You know what I'm saying? Just what this technique was putting out. And you know, everybody was saying like, and you know, basically the two dudes, their argument was like, you know, just because he said this in the song, that don't mean he did this in real life. You know, he brought up the example with Future. He said, you know, Future talk about drugs and shit. He ain't ever pop the pill. He don't do none of that shit. And he said there's a lot of rappers who do a lot of things and they never did it before, you know? So, you know, it's like, how could you even call King Von a serial killer when he never been arrested for any of these murders, never been convicted, never got, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's basically like what a lot of people were saying. That's basically like what they were saying. Like, you know, he did a song, he was a rapper. Yeah, he may have did this and that a little bit, but, you know, he ain't really did all that you're saying he doing, or that he did. And, you know, they, like I said, it was backing that shit up. So it was like a real conversation about that shit, man. You know, and even like on the gram, everybody was like, you know, all mad and shit, and really upset. Like, they really saying that documentary wasn't true. And, you know, I know Asian Dog came out and said something about it. I know J Mane said something about it, you know. And, you know, like I said, it was just like a lot of shit just going on right there. A lot of people got mixed feelings about it. You know, a lot of people got mixed feelings about it, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, bro, if you're like a person, and you gotta think about it like this, you know what I'm saying? If you're a person that's outside looking in, and like a person who really never been to Chicago, and a person who really don't know what Chicago is like, and the person who don't know what, you know, the culture is like and how people are out there, and you see this, and you know, this is what you see, this is what you know is out there, this is they telling you, of course, you know, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Of course it's gonna make it, I mean, of course some people are gonna have their conclusions and have their own conclusion, have their own understanding on what they think this is. Especially, you know, if somebody did their research and they did their homework and they really locked in on this King Von shit and on this Chicago shit, and they just telling you, like, you know, this is, because it'll basically be like, you know, you watching the news. It's basically like, you know, let's just say, like, you know, you live in Louisiana. You live in Louisiana and you watching the news, and you watching like a little news channel about Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? You watching something about Minneapolis. You live in New Orleans and you watching the news about Minneapolis, and you see that, you know, 4 or 5 people died last night. You know what I'm saying? Or a mass shooting somewhere, and they talk about this every single day. You're gonna eventually think, damn, you know, Minneapolis is dangerous. People are like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Or if, like, you know, you from like North Carolina and you watching some shit and you watching some news clip about Detroit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think, damn, you know, this nigga from Detroit, like, they really like that out there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's basically like, you know, it's like, you know, outside looking in, but the People that's in that, but the people that's inside looking out, it's like, you know, this nigga lying. This nigga just made a, like, this nigga lied. This shit ain't true. You know what I'm saying? And now the person who's making this shit and did the research is like, you know, how, and it's a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit, man. All I know is, man, Trap Lil Ross, man, he uploaded the video, got a lot of flag for it, got a lot of backlash for it. A lot of people ain't like it, you know, especially like the ones who really knew Von. You know what I'm saying? They thought it was bullshit, whatever, man. And, you know, basically, you know, Trap Lil Ross was defending himself on that. And it's like, you know, guys, this type of shit goes on anyway. So how you gonna sit here and label me as a culture vulture and and label me other things when, you know, this is what's already been happening and shit. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's a lot, man. I'm trying to tell you for real. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the type of person to really give out my opinion on a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I just sit here and just talk to y'all what the fuck going on for real. You know, like I said, man, Hank Von, man, he got some hard shit. I like his music, me personally. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever they say about him, man, that's what they say about him, man. I'm personally not into this shit, bro. I just do this shit, bro. You hear me? So, like I said, man, I'm gonna get back at y'all with another video. I'm gonna get back at y'all with the next video, man. We're gonna talk about everything, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it all. I'm gonna see you on the next video. And matter of fact, no, drop a comment, man. Talk to me about how y'all feel. Talk to me about what it is, man. If y'all know Von and you watching this, bro, drop it down in the comments, man. Talk to me. I'm gonna talk to y'all. You feel me? And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. We out.